All right, man. Let's get right into it. Hope y'all can hear me tonight. Post game live. 107-105 loss to the bum ass Nets. We're gonna get into our takeaways. We want to get your takeaways. Call us up 657-383-1509. We're gonna talk about the KP situation. Sir Charles has some interesting things to say about KP and whether or not the Knicks should be resting KP for the season. We got a special announcement from Statement Games, so let's kick it off and get right into it.
Knicks Fan TV.
Y'all watching Knicks Fan
TV. All right, bro. Thanks,
All right, man. It's Friday night, Knicks. We play hard out there, Jay Ellis, man, but can't win them all, man. Can't win them all, Jay Ellis.
I wanted this one. I
wanted this one, man. I wanted this one, especially against bum ass Dinwiddie, bum ass Jared Dudley, man. I really wanted this for us, man.
Jared Dudley, yeah.
Elmer Fudd, Jared Dudley, man. All right, let's break it down real quick. Taylor two halves. It came out. The energy was a bit lackluster from us in the first half. Shot only about 35%. Four assists in all of the first half. No ball moving. Offense was stagnant.
Yeah.
Still kept the turnovers low. Only 2 turnovers going well into the game, well into the fourth quarter. And that was basically the tail of the first. Ennis was eating. Timmy was eating. Typical Ennis Canner game. Him and Jared Allen was going at it. I thought LeVert, we couldn't stop LeVert all game. LeVert definitely popped off in the LeVert killed us in the first and obviously in the close. But then the second half we turned up, man. Frank powered us in the third quarter. 7 straight points. Facilitated well, played defense fairly well, brought us back into the game. Knicks take a 6-point lead. We're winning by as much as 6. Basically, Nets bring it back. Close game, tie the game up. Couple controversial calls down the stretch, and LeVert buries us, man. What was your overall takeaways from this game, man?
Oh man, there was a lot, but first it was encouraging to see Knox finally kind of a coming out party.
Kevin Knox coming out party, man. Absolutely.
He looked really comfortable tonight on the offensive end for the first time in a long time. Finished with 17 and 6 rebounds, shooting 50%, pretty efficient. I love the way he rebounds on the off. I love the way he rebounds. Like when he fills out a little bit, he's gonna get a little more points. I felt like he missed a lot of buckets right at the rim.
Yeah. Right
after he got the rebound, and I felt like those will kind of shore up as he gets older and calms down a little bit, but he had a nice game. I like what I saw from Kevin Knox.
Yeah, 17 points, 6 rebounds, 50% from the field, 3 for 4 from 3-point land. Knox definitely looked much more comfortable out there, and he played well. He played well, man. Yo, the calls at the end, man. I'm sorry, man. The number one, the flagrant foul on Cannon was absolutely ridiculous. Like, can anybody give a hard foul anymore in the NBA? Without it being called for a flagrant.
Yeah, I mean that's
come on, man.
By the new rules, that's a flagrant foul because he hit him in the shoulder, but he was going for the ball. I don't know. I saw it coming. I was like, damn, son. That was definitely like a little momentum.
Yeah, that killed us. They scored right after that.
They scored right after that.
They scored right after that on the inbound and the 2 shots in the ball. Yeah, it was crazy, man. And then the out of bounds call with D'Angelo Russell. Clearly. Yeah. And this is the thing that kills me, Jay Ellis. They go to this state-of-the-art studio with 1,000 TVs in Secaucus, right? You sitting at home, in 2 seconds, you can see that the ball clearly went off of D'Angelo Russell and Trey Burke's hand is under his. And they come back. It's like if there's a slight ounce of doubt, they're gonna keep the call the same.
Yeah, that was a tough one, man. I like Trey too. I mean, Trey all game I felt like Trey was really hawking. I felt like his defense has stepped up this season in general.
Yeah, he did his best out there. He was fighting out there.
Yeah, man, he was causing a little bit of havoc. I liked what I saw from Trey today for the most part. The shooting, though, I felt like he got a little bit shot happy in the first, and some of it was shot happy. Some of it was he just missed wide open good shots. A lot of teams, everybody, a few people did actually, but this one hurts, man.
This one hurts, man. This one hurts. There's no other way to slice it, Jay Ellis, man. This one hurts. Yo, listen. Listen. If we're gonna come away with a couple things, right? And apologies, my video's a bit behind, but it's gonna catch up for those of you watching at home. But it was a good litmus test for this team. You know, it was a nice opposition from the first game, right? The first game that came out guns blazing, except for the first quarter, blew them out. It really wasn't any, takeaways, that they could really learn from. This game, they came out much slower. The third quarter that Fizdale always talks about, that critical quarter, they came out. Frank led the way, led the pace, got others involved. The pick and roll with him and Cannon was working, 7 straight points. And then, there was some learning experiences in the crunch time, how they would, test their resiliency, test their mettle. And, listen, this guy Levert's a problem. He's a problem, man. And, I would have liked to have seen Frank guarding him down that stretch, but it is what it is. Timmy gave a valiant effort, and Levert just got that shot off.
Yeah, it's just Levert killed us all night, and the refs were kind of on their side tonight, too. There was like this one call when Levert just kind of falls a lot.
Yeah, facts.
He perfected that flopping back thing without actually getting hurt. He's pretty good at that. I don't know. That guy's good at that. I don't know. But all night I felt like the refs were a little iffy.
Real iffy, man.
Yeah. But you know what? That first quarter is really what did us into. We missed a lot of makeable shots in that first quarter.
Yeah, we did. In all fairness, we missed a lot of shots. The ball was definitely sticking a lot.
Yeah, 2 assists from Frank was the high man in the first half.
Yeah, that wasn't good. Trey wasn't good. Trey wasn't good on the perimeter, and Frank wasn't good in the first half either. In terms of facilitating, both of them finished with 4 dimes on the night. And I didn't think Baker played well at all on either end of the floor tonight. Yo, a lot of you anti-Moutier, you club Moutier people, y'all gonna miss Moutier because I guarantee you, as soon as he gets healthy to come back, those are his minutes that Baker's playing right there.
I don't know.
I'm telling you.
I don't know. I'm still not comfortable.
I mean, like I said, for better or for worse, but you got to think the reason why he puts him out there with Trier is because Trier's not passing. You know that. You know what I mean? ISO Zoe's out there to score. So go ahead.
That was interesting too, because first of all, Trier was the first guy off the bench, 6-man.
Yeah.
Second of all, he seemed like he was running the lead point today, So that was interesting. It was more like Trier was the lead point and Ron Baker was a shooting guard for a good portion of the game. And you can see that even though he has to handle, he's not like a point guard.
Yeah.
He kind of stands around a little bit. It doesn't get the offense moving.
Facts.
I don't know if that Trier being a point guard thing is going to work out for us in the long term, but I guess Fizz had to try something with Trey Burke resting and Frank not really being that aggressive yet.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I think Moutier, for all the Moutier haters out there, that's Baker's. His minutes are around Baker's for now. But I think once he's ready to come back, I think that's the role you're going to see. I think you're going to see Moutier and ISO Zoe as the next 2 guards off the bench.
Well, see, like Moutier has the best kind of flow as far as running an offense. Maybe. Yeah. But he's just a net. He just can't defend. He can't shoot. He can't make a layup. So it's just, everything else is such a negative. It's just that one thing he does right. It just makes it. I don't know. I'm not even sure if it's worth it. At least at least I know I can hang my hat on Ron Baker is gonna play defense. I know that's gonna happen night to night. Moutier, you just don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know. You don't. You're just rolling the dice.
You just don't know from night to night, man. Once again, post-game live. Shout out to everybody on this Friday. Shout out to the chat. Once again, the #1 chat on YouTube. Shout out to the chat. Everybody's in here. Reg Ice in here. Efren Lopez. Gary Dunbar. Stafford Don. Shells, what's good, Shells? Alex Collins, all the way from Ireland in here. George Millette. We got everybody, man, all over the world in here. Commenting on the game. We're going to get to the phones in a second. Tonight is the night. We're going to vote on the chat. In your top hand, in the top right hand corner of this video, there's an I icon, a lowercase I. Click on that. That's tonight's fan poll. Vote for your choice in the fan poll. And at the end of tonight, we are gonna name the chat, and it's gonna change the dynamic of the show, J. Ellis.
That's right.
It's gonna change the dynamic of this show, man.
We've officially be branded, so go up there and vote, man.
We're going to brand the chat, man. We're going to brand the chat. All right, let's go to the phones, man. Let's go to 804 was waiting first. 804, what's going on, man?
You got to shout out my chat, too, after this call. You got to shout out my chat.
Okay, go ahead. Hello?
Well, yeah. What's up, fellas?
What's good, man? Who's this?
Glad to be on the show. Love your show. Shout out to the chat.
Appreciate it.
What up?
Yeah, man. First thing, man, is we got robbed on that flagrant foul, man.
Oh, man, the flagrant and the ball out of bounds.
At the fourth quarter, man. Oh, man, yeah, and that call. I felt like the refs was doing all they could to give Brooklyn the win.
Yeah.
They did all they could to give it to them. But I really like the scrappiness of the team. You know, I like Ron Baker because they really, like, when they wasn't hitting shots because they shot poorly the whole game.
They did shoot poorly, yeah.
They scrappiness really kept them in the game. And I think that kind of effort, I think they'll win more games than people really give them credit for if they continue to play like that. Because when they wasn't hitting, they were still in the game.
Yeah.
That's true. And the turnovers, I think the turnovers is what kept them in the game, too. The low turnovers. They only had about 3 or 4 on the night.
Oh, yeah, man.
You know, so the Nets weren't really scoring off for turnovers.
Got to give them credit for protecting it.
Facts.
That's a fact. It's just the scoring, man.
Like, what, 3 turnovers or something like that?
We had 3 total turnovers. Nets had 22 on the night. 5 points off turnovers for the Nets. 29 points off turnovers for the Knicks.
That's crazy.
So I really
think that, man. I really think.
Go ahead, Cola.
I just really think in the end, and then I'm going to dip out. I just really think in the end, if they don't get spotted those 4 points, they win by 2. Because they did all they could to score the buckets they need. Except that crazy layup at the end.
That's true, man. Appreciate the call, man. Appreciate the call. Yeah, yo, I hate losing to the Nets, J.O.
I hate losing to the
bum-ass Nets, man. Hate losing to the Nets, man. Another thing, though, we did get crushed on the boards, man. We got crushed on the boards tonight, 55-36.
We missed mad shots. We was bricking. That's what it really was. We was bricking so much, and the Nets, they did a good job of keeping Cantor off the boards because usually Cantor and Vonleh eat people up.
Yeah, and I thought Vonleh played good defense out there tonight, though.
Yo, Vonleh I love the addition of Vonleh, man. I love how big he is, and I love his foot speed.
Right.
He has the foot speed to keep up with quicker players. There was a sequence where he was actually matched up against Dinwiddie, and Dinwiddie thought he had barbecue chicken, and Vonleh challenged him pretty well, and he missed the shot. He can guard you out there, no problem. He can keep up the speed. I love Vonleh's addition, man. I like that guy. That might be why Money Mitch never got off the bench. I don't know.
Well, I think they were. I think they would definitely, because we got Boston tomorrow. I think they would definitely kept Money Mitch on ice. You know, his ankle is probably still sore, so I'm sure they didn't want to rush him. And you got to take your time with Mitch, man, because he seemed like he's got that built that, you know, nagging injuries is just going to mount up on him. So we just got to watch that situation carefully. But I thought Vonleh was more than admirable on the defensive end tonight. I thought he played well defensively.
Yeah, man, I like that guy. He's a keeper. We have a couple of guys on this squad that they're on like little 1-year deals.
Yeah.
That we might have to try to negotiate early, try to give him some cheap long-term joints.
I'm still waiting on your guy Mario to show up, man. I'm still waiting on Mario to show up. Mario said he's just trying to let everybody else pop off, but
he did last game. I don't know what happened.
I mean, listen, man, Mario, it's okay to shoot the ball, man. ISO Zoe shooting it, bro. Don't worry about everybody else, man. Take care of yourself.
I forgot Mario was in the game.
Yeah, I completely forgot he was out there. Completely forgot he was out there. Let's go back to the phones. 914YO. What's going on?
Yo, what's going on? It's Julian, man.
Julian,
I mean, that loss is just disgusting. Like, it's such a heartbreaker. You know, the team fought well the whole game. But, you know, what it comes down to is they had a lot more double-digit scorers than us. Their scoring was a lot more balanced. We were getting it from 3 guys. You know, if you look at the box score for them, Joe Harris, that bum, he got 11 points. Allen got 15 and 11. Karis LeVert obviously dropped 28. D'Lo dropped 15. So you look at it, Brooklyn just had a lot more balanced attack than us tonight.
Way more balanced attack. Way more balanced attack. We had trouble guarding the 3-point line as usual. They had a lot of open shots. They let Joe Harris get away with murder in the first half.
That first half too, y'all. That first half too, I felt like you played okay defense. So they were just that ball movement was really good, man.
Yeah. Indeed.
Yeah, man. I'm on the glass. You know, Vonleh and Cantor. You know, they get boards, but nobody else is really helping out. We don't really have a real power forward.
Yeah. Well, see, the Nets are really crashing on Cannon, like 4-on-1. Every time a ball was going up, it was 4 Nets crashing on him in the paint, and all the Knicks were on the perimeter.
You can't really, absolutely, man. You can't really blame Cantor and Vonleh for like them just crashing the glass because, you know, we don't have many guys that can get up there with 4 other people and only 1 other guy in the paint. Like, we just got to figure out, you know, I mean, obviously this season doesn't matter much in the grand scheme of things other than development. But, you know, if we want the season to matter, if, like, down the line by the All-Star break, you know, we're hanging in there 20 and 20, you know, I'd consider trading for a rebounder, a real power forward. And, you know, like, again, hopefully this is the case, but KP comes back and you get a rebounder off the bench, you know, maybe we don't need to do that, but if KP's not back and we're hanging in there, we should really consider trading for a rebounder. We want the season to matter. I think that'll help us win a lot of games this year.
No, I agree with you, man, and thanks for the call. I mean, JL, so, you know, we talked about that earlier when we were doing our season previews, man, and we knew the front court depth was going to take a hit with KP being out, obviously shipping off Noah, and being left with Canner. An inexperienced Mitchell Robinson and a Vonleh who, you know, he's going to give you what he can give you on a night. He had 6 rebounds tonight, which was pretty decent. But overall, you know, at Lance at the power forward spot, you know, he's not going to give you the rebounds that a typical power forward is going to give you. Definitely
not. He's more of a cover for you on a defensive guy position. And today Lance disappeared too. I don't know what happened. Yeah. What's up, Cap? We need more than speeches.
Well, I mean, shit, for good reason, because Kevin Knox replaced him, so I can't argue that one. Knox came out tonight.
Yeah, he came out tonight for sure.
Knox came out tonight. It was good to see the Rook could get his legs under him, man.
Yeah, man, I really liked what I saw from Kevin. He looks really relaxed today.
Yeah.
Like, there was a play where he waved off the pick and said, you know what, I'm going to just shoot this 3 right here.
Yeah, and buried him.
I was like, oh. That was confident as hell.
Yeah, buried him, man. So it was good to see Knox step up tonight, man. It was real good to see. Let's go back to the phones. Got a lot of calls in here tonight. 646. You on the line? What's going on?
Yo, Max from the Bronx.
Max, what's good, Max?
Max from the Bronx was good.
Good, man. What's your take?
Yo, listen, man. Before I start everything, man, free Dotson, man. I'm on the campaign now. I'm on that campaign, bro.
Free Dot, man. But let me ask you, whose minutes are you giving him right now? The way this rotation has been going.
Ron Baker. He couldn't. A wide open threes, man.
Yeah.
Wide open.
Bro, I haven't seen Ron Baker hit one shot in his whole Knicks career that I can remember that was memorable.
Yeah, man.
For real.
Yo, wide open. And I was, you know, my bad, not to cut you off or nothing. But, yo, Dotson's hitting those threes. He's hitting at least 3 of them because they're wide open. He's going to hit them shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so let's just go through it because I know you guys got a lot of calls. And
yep.
Trey Burke was so
Strayberg was so selfish tonight, man. I couldn't stand watching him play today.
Yeah, he wasn't good offensively.
He did nothing good on the. Really, he didn't do anything because he had a couple of decent defensive plays, but this Spencer bum-ass Dinwiddie only gets off when he sees Strayberg. That's the thing that bothers me because I don't like the guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he left Spencer wide open. I'm talking about dead wide open, nobody there. 2 times. So I'm like, yo, Trey, come on, man. If you're not hitting your shot, you got to play defense, right? Or you got to assist the ball. You got to do something. Okay, everybody, has off shooting nights, but you got to do something. So the big thing from this game takeaway is I think if Knox does what we know he could do, because that's the Knox we know. The struggles he was having, I think that was people were like trying to say, oh, Doncic and this and that. This is the Knox that like this guy had 17 points, and he looked like it didn't even do anything. It was like just 17. It was just easy money.
Yeah,
it was,
quiet 17, quiet 17, man.
And he misses like bunnies, man. He reminds me of Melo. You know how Melo can never make a layup?
Yeah.
But Melo can make like a shot with people draped on him?
Facts.
Yeah.
Yo, but I'm telling you, the biggest thing you guys take away from tonight is on his post-game conference. He said that in the third quarter, he wanted to put the ball in Frank's hands and see what would happen. And then when Frank got aggressive and led the charge in the third quarter, what this means to me and probably Jay Ellis is they're going to eventually take Trey Burke out their starting lineup and put Knox in and and that's how it's going to work and put Frank at the point guard. Because if Trey is not hitting his mid-range like a god, he is useless, bro. He's not he's very annoying to watch. You know what I'm saying? But, it was a good game. People lose.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
Yeah, what are you going to do, man?
But those refs were terrible. Oh, my God.
They were trash.
I got to learn their names. Bro. Because that one specific ref, that ref, because, when you watch basketball a lot, you kind of know them. That ref, the older black one, black one, I know this guy. That guy always makes bad calls.
Trash.
Him, Zach Zarber. Oh, I know these refs, bro. He makes bad calls, bro. He does.
They're sitting there. Let's go to Secaucus on the replay. They're sitting there, 50 dudes in a room with 100 flat screen TVs, and not one of them could see that Trey Burke's hand was not on the ball last.
It's the stupidest thing. Look, where did the ball bounce off of? It bounced off the black shorts, right?
Bro.
The black shorts, right?
Yeah,
come on, it wasn't that hard. That wasn't that hard. It wasn't that hard to tell. And that flagrant. I wrote on Twitter. I said, the NBA should just cancel the season if that's a flagrant. Because if that's a flagrant, you can't play defense.
Charles Oakley was rolling over in his grave on that flagrant, man. Rest in peace, Mace, on that flagrant, man. That's what I thought about, man, because I can't watch this. I can't watch.
We still fought through that, almost won.
Yep.
I can't. All right, Max, man. Have a good weekend, man. Hit us up tomorrow, bro.
All right, you too.
All right, man.
All right.
First off, let me shout out my chat.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Yo, S. Parker in here holding me down for a minute. It was good, S. Parker. It was good.
Shout out S. Parker.
Yo, 3-0, what's going on, man? Beans Douglas, I don't think I've seen you. Welcome to the chat, Beans.
Welcome to the chat. John Talento, welcome to the chat. Troy Flett, what's going on? Troy says that was a flagrant. I can't see that, man. How you supposed to stop somebody on a is there any such thing as a hard foul? What was that? If he didn't fall down, I guarantee you that wasn't a flagrant.
Yeah, he falls hard too, yo. He's oh my God.
I mean,
and to this Ron Baker point too, because it was this one play that pissed me off. Ron Baker was wide open for 3. There was no net on that side of the floor until the rim. He decides to go all the way to the rim, head fake, and then cause
cause a turnover. He passed it in triple coverage.
I was like,
crazy,
what do
man.
you do? I was like,
I'm telling you, them Booty A haters are gonna be sorry.
Booty A would have if he was there, he would have shot it and missed it, or he would have drove it and fell.
The Booty A haters are gonna be sorry, man. Oh, boy, man. That's a tough loss, JLs. Let's go back to the phones. 443, what's going on, man?
What's going on? It's Zay from Maryland.
Zay from Maryland, what's good, Zay? What you think about the game tonight, bro?
Game, mixed feelings. I think they were moving. It's just when they were stuck early in the game.
Yeah.
And then from there, it's kind of like they were just clawing their way back in.
Yeah.
I
didn't. I'll tell you one thing though. I hate to nitpick because Timmy had a great game tonight, but a couple of them possessions down the stretch, man, between him and Burke, they were killing us, man. They were killing us with stopping the ball and just chucking up wasteful 3-pointers.
Yeah, but who's gonna take the shot down?
Yeah, I can't even blame him that much in those situations.
I mean, I would have just liked to see better looks. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like we were down by 3 with 50 seconds left, and we trying to boil the ocean. Go down a Canner, who's your hot hand, your automatic, and build slowly instead of taking 35-foot 3-pointers to tie the game. We didn't need that.
No, I will say the pick and roll between Trey and
that was nice.
Cantor was nice. Some of those, but yeah, he's like that's. You know what? Too, this is to be expected from a young team. Like I kind of expect this kind of thing all year. We'll be kind of hanging around close and lose these close games.
Yeah,
because we don't really have like a finisher for real.
That's a fact.
But the defense is going to keep us in a lot of games.
Go ahead, Zay.
So what do y'all feel like? I feel like they could have put Von Lay in towards the end to have Von Lay and Cantor trying to get the boards. I think Von Lay would have been a better option next to Cantor instead of Lance Thomas. What y'all think about that?
I think so. I mean, they did bring Lance in for defense.
Yeah, but they took Cantor out though.
They did take Cantor out. Yeah, I mean, it's tough, man. It's tough. I definitely, like I said, I like what Von Lay brought to us off the bench.
And I need y'all to keep that energy too. Y'all keep having this Trey Burke hater coming on the line.
Are you talking about Max?
Say trash Trey Burke. We need some Frank Ntilikina haters to get on the line too, or at least be reasonable when it comes to both of them.
I thought Frank was the spark in the third quarter in the second half, though. To be fair,
no, he did. I will say this. You know what I noticed about Frank today? Like I felt like in the first couple of quarters, he actually was running the point guard a little bit more, and Trey was coming more off ball. And I still wanted some more aggressiveness from him. He still kind of did the bring the ball up, stop, pass to the side thing.
Yeah. But
I still want to see him initiate the offense for like try to do something. But I did like what I see from him on the third quarter.
Yeah, even that little teardrop shot that he made, you could just tell the shots that he be throwing up sometimes. He ain't even confident in it. At least Trey Burke confident in every shot he takes.
I thought that teardrop was about to be an air ball, man, and the thing was like the highest floater I ever seen, and the shit just tipped the front of the rim and rolled in, man. But like I said, he sparked that. That third quarter. So give credit to Frank, I guess.
7 points in a minute or something like that.
Yeah, 7 points in a quick stretch, man. 7 points in a quick stretch, man. All right, Zay, man, appreciate the phone call.
I mean, I'll take it. No problem. We got Boston tomorrow. I got I got higher hopes for Boston because Allen was just cleaning up on the board. So
Allen was impressive.
Boston.
Allen was impressive, man.
Yeah.
LeVert was definitely impressive too, JL. LeVert's on my fantasy basketball team, man.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm in a 20-man league, and I picked KP up in that league actually, and I picked up John Collins, but I had them on injured reserve. I picked up LeVert. And LeVert looks like a player for the Nets. Give credit where credit is due, man. They played well. LeVert had a good game. Allen is definitely a keeper for them. And but we fought. We fought.
Yeah, man.
You can't ask for anything else in a loss like that. Despite all the odds on the road, referees trying to screw us. Didn't play our best in the first half, but we showed some guts, man.
It still hurts.
It still hurts because it's the bum ass Nets. At the end of the day, it's the bum-ass Nets, man. Let's go back to the phone. 786. What's going on?
How we doing, brothers?
What's good, man?
First of all, I want to support. This is P-Rock, man, a.k.a. Fonz from Miami.
Okay.
You know what we doing. Jersey City born, Bronx raised. down to Miami to live through all of this LeBron years.
Oh man, at least you
So
holding it down for
support.
us out there, man. Hold it down for us, man. Good stuff.
Please.
Damn right. Ain't no Fugazi over here. But you know what? I got a lot of things that, you know, I got to put a lot of things on the burner right now. You know, a lot of good things, a lot of bad things.
Yeah.
And I got to take Fizdale, first of all, before any players go out there. I gotta put the coach out there. My first player coming out is Frank Ntilikina, and I don't see him until the second quarter, 5:17 mark. I'm not feeling that. I'm not feeling that now. I'm not feeling that never.
A little too much Baker tonight. I got you.
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah, you know what? You know, if you're gonna say that he's not gonna give us an offensive presence, but Lance Thomas was an iceberg out there.
Yeah.
Let's be real about that. He's at the 4. He's not rebounding. I mean, I'm seeing Kanter out there bodying 3 or 4 guys.
Yeah, he was fighting.
He's not even
by himself.
And at least you should have the 4 or 5 battling on the boards. And I'm not seeing that right now. And I'm a little bit troubled because I heard a lot of callers. The half-court offense is null and void, gentlemen. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to call it as a spade, because Fizdale's a hell of a coach. He has the energy up, the defensive presence is up, but right now we need a half-court presence where we need a bucket. We need a go-to guy.
That's why I'm not on.
That's crunch time.
Well, now that's Canada, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Kanter, to me, is the most efficient player there, and he always kills Allen. That's why I'm happy they went to him more in the second half. I was like, yo, give the ball to Kanter. In the first half, when we couldn't score, I'm like, forget
the second half. I'm gonna agree with you. Forget the second half. He went to him in the first quarter. He made the adjustment on the first time out. Coming out of there, he made the ball go through Cannon.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you saw the New Jersey Nets making the adjustment. Now, when everything happened when Cannon was going through him and Ntilikina came out, I saw a lot of ruffles in the feathers. We didn't know where the ball was going through, but there's some pluses, gentlemen, because we done lived through some dark days.
That's true.
And the pluses are very high. I saw Knox.
Yeah.
I'm very proud of Knox.
Yes.
You know what I mean? To come from saying that he's not playing no defense, you know, he's not ready for the moment. You know what? He showed up. And not only that, to go into crunch time in the Garden to do what he was doing, I was proud of him. And this is going to be a slow process, but you know what? I got to call Fizdale out on this. Yeah, we could say the refs, but that's going to be a lot of games, gentlemen. That's going to be a lot of games. This is a Knicks fan. Listen, Jersey City born. I'm an 80s baby. You heard me? I don't saw Jordan. I didn't even like Jordan. You heard me? I was Starks. I was Union. I hated Jordan.
Me too.
You heard me? When I went to the court, I didn't want to see no Jordan kicks out there. I was fouling people. You understand what I'm trying to say?
I like
but what I'm trying to say is this. We got a good coach. I want to see some development as far as half-court offense. I like ISO. I don't like him coming off 6-man and Ntilikina, our first-round draft pick, is being discarded like this. Ron Baker.
Yeah.
Are you serious? The second come off the bench? Listen, if anything, this was the opportunity for Frank Ntilikina to show he can run the point off the bench, not only run the team. And for him to be there for all that time, I'm not liking this.
It's too much Baker, man. Too much Baker, man. And appreciate the call, man.
Whether he's the
calls. It's my fault, man. There's man calls in the queue. I just gotta run to the call, but appreciate the call, my guy from Miami, man. Yeah, Jay, it was too much Baker tonight, man. Too much Baker.
That's the one thing I would say too. I agree with him wholeheartedly. I liked actually starting Ntilikina at the small forward, at least for right now, but I want him to get those backup minutes at the point guard. I really want him to get those. I don't want him to be off ball. I don't want him to be out the game. I want him to get those backup minutes at the point guard.
Yeah, he should have. They should have just staggered him and Trey.
Yeah.
Forget Baker. You bring in ISO Zoe, you keep him with Frank. When Frank come out, you bring Trey back in.
Yeah, so at least if you're subbing out Frank first, you're subbing him out to bring him back in with the second unit.
Facts. We're going to go back to the phones. Shout out to the chat, man. Shout out to everybody checking in with us on a Friday night. If this is your first time on the channel, give me two things. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell on the Nick of Time show and Knicks Fan TV. Give us a thumbs up on the stream if you're enjoying the stream. Yeah, we had a tough loss tonight, but if you're enjoying the chat so far, give us a thumbs up on the video. It helps the video get promoted on YouTube, and more Knicks fans will see it and makes the chat even better. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Pedesans, Darrell Hill, Alex, what's going on? SS Television, what's going on? Who else? Wayne. Shout out to Wayne. If you're new, give me a hashtag new as well, so we can shout out all the new people in the chat as well, man.
Word. F. I don't even know if F. Train Rivera is still here, but he was live chatting during the game. Shout out to this guy.
Shout out to F. Train Rivera.
Yeah, Rich Jim was it. Yeah, Rich Jim was good. Rich Jim.
Yeah, Rich is always in here, man. Let's go to 516. You on the line?
Oh, that's me. Cool. Spencer from Pittsburgh. First, I want to shout out my friend Jeremy who turned me on to the channel.
All right. Shout out Spencer and Jeremy. What's good?
Next, I want to say I honestly thought this game was more encouraging for the future than the win against the Hawks. I think Frank looked fantastic, especially in that third quarter. I mean, you guys have talked about it, but
yeah,
I mean, he was amazing. Running with the pick and roll. I thought Kevin hit a lot of really nice shots, and we haven't had someone as fun as Alonzo Trier on the team since J.R. Smith, just being ridiculous and always looking for a shot. And I can see a future with all of them being big parts of the team. Just want to say, even though it's not a win, it's a super encouraging game. We're not going to be good this year. We're tanking a little bit. It's fine. We're going to have Cam Reddish next year, and we're going to be a championship team in 2020. You heard it here first.
All right. Salute, man. Appreciate you, man. Yo, Pittsburgh. Listen, we definitely not under any illusions that this is going to be some type of winning season. But when the game is within reach, you still want to win. You still want to win every game, JL. You still want to go 82-0, man.
It still hurts.
You know what I mean? Especially to the Nets and Dinwiddie talking trash and Jared Dudley just trash.
Gosh. Even back to when the damn Blueprint to Success banner that went up when he first came over here with freaking Darren Williams and from the jump they was talking mad as shit.
Trash, man. Trash. That bum ass super team they try to put out there. Shout out my guy V. Yeah. My guy V's a Nets fan too. Shout out to new people in the chat. Bump Tunes, JT Facts. Go ahead, Joe.
Yo, shout out. We got a Nets fan in here. James of Flatbush was.
James from Flatbush, hanging out, gloating, man. Well, shout out James because he's a classic. He's a classic Knicks fan anyway.
He's a classic fan. I'm so shit, though,
some dude. Shout out some dude. TCS Gaming. What's going on? John Talento. What up? Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, young Simba.
We got the Lion King in here.
Yeah, Brandon Rodriguez was good.
Above the rim says Dudley is a bum. Yeah, man. Every time Jared Dudley scores, I get tight. It's like, bro, get this guy out of here, man.
I can't believe Elmer Fudd is still in the league, man.
Elmer Fudd. Let's go back to the phones. 347, you on the line.
Hey, fellas, how y'all doing?
How you doing, man? Who's this?
This is Ronnie P from New York City.
Ronnie P's in the chat. He's calling up. That's a super fan right there. Shout out to Ron, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Let me tell you something, man. Sometimes you win, and sometimes you learn. And this is a learning moment for the Knicks, man.
Yeah.
It's when you get out hustled like that. Everybody is saying about rebounding, but it was rebounding, but it was more being out hustled, getting to those loose balls.
Yeah, it's true.
What do you think about that?
I mean, I think. Listen, we always gonna be at a disadvantage on the rebounding end.
Yeah, I think it was more because we missed so. I feel like we just missed more shots at them. Pretty much, I feel like that was a lot of.
Yeah.
And, also, we just like you said, we need another power. We need a real power forward.
Yeah.
Sound like that.
And that's why I think he can't.
Go ahead, man. Sorry, go ahead.
That's so true, man. That's why they kept in Lance Thomas, just to keep the spacing and also just to get some weak side help. So this way, Kansas could get some more bounce. But another thing too, man, I gotta tip my hat to to the way they played. The overall play for everybody. Everybody, they sucked it up. It wasn't their best game. It could have done a lot better, but this is a learning time for them. They're a young club, the youngest in the NBA, and I just feel that this is another stepping stone to get to the championship. All right,
man,
fellas, I'm not gonna hold y'all up. I just
All right, Ron, appreciate you, man.
Nah, he had it right, bro. He had it right.
Ron, we went from building the pieces to going straight to the chip off this game,
you
man.
You learn from the loss of the Nets, and then you go to the chip.
And then you go to the chip, man. That's simple.
Exactly. ABZ. That's how we do it.
ABZ. That's how we do it in New York, baby. Get with it. Let's go to the box scores real quick through the box scores. Lance Thomas, 0 points, 0 blocks, 1 steal, 2 dimes. He was a -3 on the night, 0 for 4. What do you guys think? Somebody was asking. Somebody on Twitter was asking. At what point does Knox? Do you think eventually Knox replaces Lance, or because ultimately Knox is gonna get into this lineup, J. Ellis?
Yeah, he has to.
So, who's the odd man out? Is it going to be Lance? Is it going to be Trey Burke? Is it going to be Frank?
I don't know. You're going to play it by ear, man. You're going to play it by ear. Lance is the captain for now. We're going to see how many duds he plays. Fizz kind of looks at things at a 5-game increment, so you figured if he's going to give you 2 more games of this, he might switch him out for Knox and see what happens. But Knox also has to show that he can play defense. He was okay. He didn't he scored well today. I felt like he's moving the feet well today. I didn't see anything egregious today. But then I know a lot of times I see him really die on these high pick and roll screens, and sometimes he loses his man when he's not paying attention off the ball. So he still has to pick up some things defensively. And if he's not going to be able to do that, then he won't be able to get into that starting lineup. And Fizz is going to work with him. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, man, because I don't know, like Alex Collins is saying, he's a bit lightweight for the 4 right now, but he does rebound fairly well. He does rebound fairly well. So that's going to be interesting. Let's see how many rebounds he finished with tonight. Knox finished with
6 rebounds.
6, okay. Knox finished with 6 rebounds, 17.6 rebounds. Good shooting night for Knox. And his Cantor, my MVP of this team, bro, 29 points. 10 rebounds.
That's my guy. Keep Cantor, yo. What I like, we have something to go to night tonight if that's going to give us a positive on. So I like that we have something to go to night tonight for the most part. There's not a lot of centers that can deal with Cantor.
Yo, he was busting Jared Allen ass. But Jared Allen is a player too, but Cannon was killing him.
Yeah. Cannon outweighs like 90% of these centers out here.
And we seen a little finesse with Cannon on that and one. He came with the up and under. I was like, okay.
He's getting nimble too. He lost a little bit of weight. He can move around a little bit more.
Yo, that must have been that Chris Brickley, man, that Black Ops, bro.
Yeah, and he can quarterback a little bit too. He hit a couple of people for open 3 when you notice people kind of overloading and trying to help too much.
Yeah, no, I like Cannon, man. Shout out to Cannon. Let's go back to the phones. 908 area code is waiting for a minute. What's going on? Hello? Oh, my man fell asleep, man. All right, let's go back to the phones. 954, you on the line?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, man. Who's this?
Yep.
Yeah, this is Staffer Don calling from Florida, man, Broward County, man. 954 representing in the building.
Okay. Shout out Florida, man. Definitely.
Yeah, man. I want to shout out Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying? Kings County born, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, man. I want to 3 things, man. CP.
Yo.
Jay. Where the hell is Mario?
Yeah, Mario said he's waiting for his team. He's waiting for his team to
Where
make moves,
is have anybody seen Mario?
Mario Hazonia. There's an APB out on Mario Hazonia. We're looking for you, bro.
APB looking out for bro because bro he didn't show up. Where is he?
He with King Koopa, bro.
Yo, I don't know what's up with Mario.
Anyway,
man.
a next thing, I'm kind of mad with Fitzdale, man, is the Baker effect, bro. It's just too much Baker.
Too much,
Did you
it's
see
too much.
Did Riddy, whatever his name is, blow past Baker all night?
Mm-hmm.
Did y'all see that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All night, and Fitz kept them in the game. Now, I got to shout out Dotson, man. Free Dotson for real, bro. Because I think he would have did a better job than Baker tonight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, put Dotson in the game. At least I know Frank is not gonna defer to Dotson. I know that.
And he will make an open three, then driving it to the hole like Baker missed and turn over the ball. I don't know what's going on with dude.
Yeah, man.
I don't know.
Shout out to Kevin Knox too, man. He had a good game tonight.
Yeah.
Solid, but sometimes I feel like homie be spaced out.
Yes.
He's not in the game. He's not focused.
Yeah, he got to work on that. He's got to work on that.
You know what I'm saying?
People was killing me.
Homie needs to stay focused and work.
Yeah,
What you said, Jay?
Nah, I said people was killing me on the podcast and on the show because I was going in on Knox on why I wouldn't pick him because he spaces out so much when he's playing defense. He's just like, it's kind of scary sometimes. It's like, yo, where's your brain, dude? You chasing a ghost?
No, Jay, on some real talk, because I seen a dude blow past him, and he was like, oh, where did he go? And dude scored him real easy. So he needs to stay focused, man. And shout out to y'all. Y'all been doing a good job, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, bless
Knicks
up, man.
Nation
Appreciate
forever, you feel me?
You don't know.
Representing. I'm in Florida, see Knicks all day.
Okay.
Peace out, guys.
All right. Yeah, bless up, man. Bless up. It's early, man. We're going to give Mario some more time to come out of hiding, come out the witness protection program. But I'm going to say it again. See, this is what Mario's going to learn. You got to watch what you say to these New York beat writers. All right? Because that quote where he was like, oh, I'm just waiting to get my teammates involved because I don't want to be an asshole. Yo, ISO Zoe says, shoot that ball, man. You know what I mean? And he's a rookie. So stop worrying about everybody else, man.
Yo, he don't care first shot. I mean,
you know what I mean?
He still gotta care. That first half, he had 4 assists, but still.
Facts.
ISO came out here like first shot was an air ball. Like,
yeah, man.
He shot it again. He didn't care.
Mario was quiet out there, man. Mario was quiet. Let's go. Back to the phone. 716. You on the line, man?
Yo.
What's up? Who's this?
Yo, what's going on, fella? This is Reg Ice.
Reg Ice, what's good, Reg? How you doing, man?
Coming up, yes, sir. Coming out the BX. Listen, man.
Okay.
It's a bunch. To be clear. First off, the Baker kid. Yeah, we know he hustled hard, but the dude is just—he don't even need to be on the court. There's no way Trier, Mario, Dotson should be letting this dude get any playing time. They're gonna let him play as long as them dudes ain't stepping their game up.
Yo, I'm tired. The Baker experiment is over for me, J. Ellis. I'm off the Baker train, bro. I gave him way too much time, man. It's not happening for him, man. He's supposed to come in and be that knockdown shooter that he was at Wichita, man. He was nice at Wichita, man.
Yeah, I feel like the coach is going to give him a few more games to see what he can do.
Bro, I do not recall in his whole 3-4 years here, I do not recall Ron Baker making one good, memorable shot. So,
his first year he did. That's the funny part. There was like a little stretch. Yo, remember the stretch when it was him, Brandon Jennings, and he like led the charge for a comeback or something? Yeah. And then everybody was like, oh, and Baker was on a high, and then we never saw that Baker again.
I'm done, man. I'm done with Baker, man.
Free that.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, you good. You good.
Yeah. Everybody keeps saying that Trey, they don't like Trey. They need to put Ntilikina at the point. I think Ntilikina may be the best all-around player on the team. But I don't think Frank is nowhere near a point guard, an NBA point guard.
If you look at what the coach did last year, what the coach is doing this year, it's no reason why they still be to the man. I think he's a great all-around player, but he may not just be a point.
Yeah, you're right, man. He might not be, and thanks for the call, man. The verdict is out. I mean, the verdict is not out. I think it's too early to determine what Frank is gonna be, Jay Ellis.
Yeah, for sure.
But we still saw some nice things from him tonight, though.
Yeah, we saw some nice things from him tonight. That's like it's gonna take some time. We're really gonna see. I said it's gonna take some time. I said it preseason. We're gonna see games where it's gonna flip flop. He's gonna be aggressive one game. He's gonna regress another game. He's gonna regressive one game. It's gonna flip flop.
Yeah.
I feel like next year. I feel like year 3 is where we're really gonna see what he's gonna be. In my opinion, things are gonna start to come together, and whatever he is that year is what it's gonna be.
It's true indeed, man. I can't argue that, man. I still, like I said, he sparked us in the third, and Fizdale said that third quarter was going to be critical to how we play and how we win these games, and Frank was that spark. When Trey wasn't giving us much on the offensive end, that was Frank. That was definitely Frank. But
yeah, it was actually working to deny Frank the ball in the third quarter, which was interesting. I never seen that before.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I'm telling you, man, it was interesting, man. Once again, post-game live. Happy Friday to everybody. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Harlem Night 32's in here. What's going on? Nick Reyes, what's going on? Conqueror Fitness, Ro Hamilton, the Shooter 911. It look like we got a lot of different people in here. Stafford Don, thanks for calling.
Yeah, Russell Cohan was good.
Yeah, man. How we looking on Periscope, JL? How we looking on the scope, man?
Periscope, they starting to chat up a little bit. Got David Tamoil on Periscope.
Okay.
Jamaican Poppy out here.
Jamaican Poppy, bro.
Yeah, yeah, man.
Jamaican Poppy.
Jamaican
Poppy, my
God. Kansas defense was trash. Kansas defense was slow. In spots, he was very slow rotating.
Yeah, it was all right. Listen, man, I'll let him slide with that defense because he carries us on offense. If we don't have him, we're nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, pretty much.
We're nothing. So I'm gonna learn to live with it. Because for what he brings to us offensively and on the offensive glass, you can't lose that. You can't afford to lose it. Let's go back to the phones. 336. What's going on?
What's up, man? It's Kevin from North Carolina. Yo.
Kev, what's good, Kev?
Yo, man. First off, I got a couple takes. I don't want to keep talking about it. Everyone keeps talking about it, but Baker got to get out of there, man. Fizdale was talking before all this. You got to eat with. I don't know what the hell Baker's eating out there. You know what I'm saying?
Baker's not killing. Baker's not even microwaving right now. Talk about killing. He's not even microwaving. He's not even cooking right now.
Right. But everybody keeps talking about that. But I think we're missing Mitchell out there, yo. I think Vonleh is cool, but I think Mitchell, that's just that athletic shot blocker and rebounder. Cause we got killed on the board tonight, man.
We did, and Money Mitch could have helped us a little bit, but I think they're gonna go slow with him. It looked like the ankle injuries bothering him. You gotta remember, man. Number one, he hasn't played this style of basketball, this physicality, the physical nature of this game. He hasn't played in over a year either. So they still, even though he's up with the main squad, they still gotta carry him with kid gloves because he's still a little frail out there.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's true. And also, I just want to say I like what I saw from Knox tonight, man. If I can get like 15, 4, and like 3 for the year for a stat line, I'll be happy with that.
Yeah, I like how Knox came out. I like how Knox came out for sure, man. Definitely, man. And appreciate the call, man.
Hit those bunnies, Knox.
Hit those bunnies, man. All right, let's go back before we switch the topics. Let's go back to the phones.
I like this. Yeah.
Oh, I did 336 already. 347, you're on the line.
Yo. It's Cash from Queens.
Cash, what's good, Cash?
Second time caller.
Okay.
Good. I just want to say, to answer your question, I know you asked earlier, when should Knox start? I was looking at the schedule, and I would say by the next time they play the Nets, which is like 2 Mondays from now, I think Knox is should be starting by then. Like you said, Fizdale is looking things in the 5-game increments, and I think he should replace Trey Burke. I see Trey Burke and Tier as like Lou Williams kind of guys. They're like scorers.
That's
like
right.
Trey Burke is not a playmaking point guard. He's a scoring point guard. He's like Lou Williams.
That's right.
And so is Tia. I think Frank is like Coach Fizzo said after the post game, third quarter. He understands that these third quarters are precious to us, from last year, and he put the ball in Frank's hand. Frank, okay, I understand that he's not trying to put a label on him, which is smart, but we all can see that Frank is a playmaker. It's not hard to see that Frank, he makes plays on offense and he makes plays on defense. So I believe that by that Nets game, he should be starting, and also he's going to also make Knox better. Knox because when you start on it with Trey Burke, I know I'm long with it, with Trey Burke and Tim Hardaway, their drag screen, the drag picks where they give it to the big men and they drag screen and give it to either Tim Hardaway or Trey Burke, and the pick and roll. Like that one caller said, the offense, the half-court offense is not looking good because obviously your point guard is not a playmaker.
That's it.
And Frank is not going to be as effective if he's just standing on the wing. Like, you can't tell him to stand on the wing for 5 minutes and then 2 minutes you put the ball in his hand and then you expect him to be effective. If you give him the ball to be a playmaker, even if you don't want to call him the point guard, just let him bring up the ball, let him create plays like he did in the third quarter. I believe this team, we got a bright future.
Okay. Thanks for the call, man. Listen, the point guard play is going to be something that is going to bedevil this team all year until we get some sort of stability there because none of them is really giving us what we need on a consistent basis. You know what I'm saying? Trey's more of a scorer. He compared him to Lou Williams. Lou Williams is a beast. You know what I'm saying? Even though Lou Williams is a primary scorer, he could still get the job done as a starter. You know what I'm saying? Lou Will is a beast, man. Lou Will is a beast. And then Frank is like, some days he's gonna show you a little bit of spark, but by and large, he's not a naturally facilitator. You know what I'm saying? It's still forced.
He doesn't forced. Do it he doesn't initiate the offense naturally from the. He's like he has to get moving first, go left, right. Then okay, now I see something to go to. He's not the guy who's gonna top of the key. Let's go.
Yeah. Now you're not gonna get it from him, but I still think he still gives us the best shot. At that position right now, it's just tough. It's just tough, man. It's hard to really pinpoint what to expect from these guys on a nightly basis, man.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be a season. It's gonna be point guard by committee, like we've been doing so far this year.
Point guard by committee, man. Point guard by committee.
But I mean, like Trey Burke. Burke last year as a starter, he had 7.7 assists a game, 18 and 7. I don't know what's happening this year right now, and maybe he's still trying to find his path with this new team, trying to figure out when to pass, when to shoot. But I haven't seen the facilitating I've seen from him last season.
Yeah, I mean, and a lot of people thought that was going to be an aberration, right? And a lot of people didn't think he could replicate that this year. So that could be what we're seeing right now, but it's still early. It's still early. I think Trey's still trying to find his way out there, and I think he will. Before we go back to the phone, shout out to the chat once again. I hope everybody voted in the fan poll, man. We need an answer. We need, what more importantly than the Knicks game tonight, what are we going to name the chat? We want to give the chat a name.
Vote.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I'm going to say vote. There's that little eye icon in the right corner.
Vote up in the icon top right-hand side. What is the name of the chat? We're going to get to the results at the end of the night. And we'll see, man. We'll see what we're going to name the chat, JLs.
Word. And subscribe to the channels, too. You can do that.
Hit that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up on the video if you're enjoying the show. We are here. If this is your first time here, we are here after every game. We go live after every game, give our takeaways, break down the game, take your phone calls. We'll cover some news, and we'll get to statement games in a little bit, but we'll tell you how you can win Knicks tickets, Knicks hats, Knicks jerseys, NBA store, gift certificates. That's another part of what we do on the show, man. So it's a real cool channel, and I hope the diehard Knicks fans really appreciate what we bring into it, because
Facts.
Yeah, we're continuing to grow, man. We're continuing to grow. So shout out to everybody. Shout out Ace Bezel. What's good, Ace? Always in here.
Ace.
Yep. SS Television. What's going on? People saying Chattison Square Garden. I didn't put that as an option, but Chattison Square Garden is all right, JLs. We might have to add that as a secondary tournament.
Chattison Square Garden. Yeah, we can do that. We can do like little brackets.
Facts. All right, so let's switch the topics. And we're gonna get back to the phones. Those of you on the phones, we'll get back to your points on the game, but I just want to move the show along a little bit. Just real quick on the news. So Charles was asked in regards to, he's always asked. I don't know why they go to him to ask about the Knicks
because they know.
Yeah, I think so.
They know.
I think
you know
so.
what I mean.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, they know he's gonna give you that rough soundbite. Trash in the Knicks, basically. But so they asked Charles about the outlook for the Knicks, and Charles was basically saying he thinks it's best that KP sit the whole year, and that we basically not tank, but he said basically to get a better draft pick. There's no point in KP coming back. So Jay Ellis and the chat, what do you guys think about that, man? What do you guys think about Charles's comment?
I mean, it depends on the goal. Like, you trying to attract free agents. Then we want KP to kind of play to show them that, you know what, he's still healthy, and he can still go a little bit. I'm not going to try to rush anything though. I want to make sure he's 100% healthy.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of ways you could look at it, right? Because there's so much at stake here, right? Number one, is he ready to come back? Number two, do they feel it's important to audition, quote unquote, for the free agents to show them that this guy's healthy? You know what I mean? Come play with him as let him be the Robin to your Batman, Katie. You know what I'm saying? Or whoever that may be. Also, contractually, does KP want to come back to show that he's worth that max deal?
Oh man, there's another wrinkle to this. Oh man, I wish we had Knicks Film School on here, because I think to get a certain amount of money, has to play at least 30-something games this season.
Okay, all right, yeah, we'll follow up with JB on that and get some answers to that. But it's a very interesting dynamic, because it's like, does it really make sense for him to come and play if we have nothing to play for? Like, if there's 15 games left, does it really even make sense to bring him back? I don't even think so.
Not if it's 15, nah.
That's what I'm saying. I think it all depends. It all depends on when he's gonna come back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I would just say, until he's absolutely 100% ready, he looks good in practice, then come back. But other than that,
I might still, because even then, right? If there's 15 games left, I would still play him, because it's not like he's gonna be like top tier KP when he comes back, right? He hasn't played ball in a year,
and they're still talking minutes restriction.
Yeah, it's gonna be minutes restriction. Like, the practice versus the game is a different beast. So at least if you're getting like 10 games of like an NBA game to get something under your belt to kind of like build yourself back up again, I would still do it. It's not. I don't think it's gonna be like such a big deal where he's gonna affect the game so much. Like, he's not gonna be the real KP when he first gets back.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, man. I hate seeing that, man, when a guy coming back from injury and he's like a shell of himself for a little bit. You know what I mean? The spotlight is gonna be on him.
Yeah, he has to split back.
Yeah, Chris Dada says Embiid sat out 2 years. Don't risk it. You know.
Yeah, of course. The course don't risk anything. It's if he's healthy.
Yeah. Facts. Conquer Fitness says, I think it makes sense to bring him back with just limited minutes. Bump Tune said we just want to see him play. I think it's interesting. OC says he agrees. No need to play KP this year. It's not like they're making the playoffs. You know, it's interesting, man. I don't know because it's like I agree with Bump Tunes. Everybody wants him back to see what he can be. But on the flip side, it's like, how much is that really going to help us?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Shooter 911 says just play the Rooks. If we lose, so be it. Above the Rims thinks that our record will dictate that, and I agree with that. Record will probably dictate it.
Do you think KP's gonna have an effect on the game though? For real? Like,
no.
This year?
Nah, I don't think so.
I don't think it matters that much.
Yeah, I don't think it really matters that much, to be honest with you. I don't really think it matters that much. But anyway, man, we wish him a speedy recovery. Absolutely. Hope he comes back. I can't wait to see what he looks like with Knox and them dudes.
Yeah.
Money Mitch on the perimeter.
I want to see Money
in the
Mitch,
paint.
man. Damn it. He only played 1 minute this season.
In fact, Money Mitch came right in the game and you didn't even miss him, man.
Yeah. Exactly.
Facts. Somebody in the chat said I'd rather see him play here in Latvia this summer. We got somebody in Latvia in the chat watching live. Shout out Latvia, man.
Okay.
Who just said that? Hold on. I'd rather see him. Yeah. Oh, no, that was Nick Reyes. Nick, you ain't in Latvia, man. You in Long Island, man. What are you talking? Alex Collins says a difference between a $7.5 million qualifying offer and a $4.5 million qualifying offer.
Yeah. Okay. Got it. Yeah. He's talking about the amount of games he plays.
Okay. I got you.
You have to play a certain amount of games to get a qualifying offer.
Okay. Shout out to
that
Alex.
Amount of games, then he doesn't get that $7.5 million qualifying.
Alex says KP would need to play in at least 34 games or 2,400 minutes this season to meet starter criteria, and that would be the difference between 7.5 and 4.5 million in the qualifying offer. So, shout out Alex Collins, man, my guy from Ireland, all the way from Ireland, checking in with us. Oh, I found somebody from Latvia, man. We got Car Guru X from Latvia, so shout out. We international, Jay Ellis.
Yeah, we
Come on, man. We out here, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Let us know where you from, man. Everybody's rep where you from in the chat. Let us know where you guys at, where you from, so we can shout you out. Shout out Danny Girl in here too. She's an OG member of the other squad.
Hey, Danny.
Yeah, man.
Danny hasn't called in a minute.
Yeah, Danny hasn't called in a minute. We're going to get to the phones in a minute. You ready for statement games, Jay Ellis?
Oh, yeah, let's do it.
You ready?
This is my state. Oh, yeah, I think I had to memorize. I hope so.
All right. Yo, Delano, salute Delano, too. Delano in the building. Salute to Delano Steele. Delano is, I call him a 360 fan, man. He's on Twitter talking. He's on Instagram talking. He's on Facebook talking Knicks. YouTube. Delano, yeah. I'm telling you, man. Delano, he don't skip a beat. He's like Ace. Ace don't skip a beat, man.
He's working now.
Yeah, those are guys, man. Those are guys. You always got to shout out to your hardcore fans, man, because they make it worthwhile. Alex Collins checking in. I don't even know what time it is in Ireland right now. Probably like 3 a.m. Shout out Alex. He said his girlfriend is from Latvia. So Alex covering all the bases, man.
Okay.
Alex covering all the bases.
International.
We international, man. We got Broward County in here. I heard some Jamaican people calling up, so big up my brethrens out there.
Word.
Joe Curry from Holy Cross. We got Dutch from Queens.
Word. Russell Cohen is in here. What's good, Russell Cohen?
Brownsville. What up, Brownsville? We got ATL in the building. Used to live in ATL. Shout out St. Albans. Shaolin. There's always like one person from Staten Island, man, representing the Republic of Staten Island. Matthew.
Yeah.
Burravecchio, what's going on?
Yeah, we got Jersey, Bronx, and Brooklyn in my joint.
Okay. Nash Beth in here. What's going on, man? Hudson County. Yeah, Oakland. We got Oakland out in here. They call me Tack. Shout out to Oakland. He was in here the last game, too.
That's what's up.
Yeah, Karooks is from Latvia, too. Yeah, Karooks was killing us, too, man. All right, let's go to statement games. So for those of you who didn't catch our first statement games. Statement games is basically it's a daily fantasy sports contest. We do them for the Knicks games. Basically, how statement games works is for every game that we play, you have to pick your statements for that game. Now, a statement is a prediction. It's a prop bet. It comes from Las Vegas. They set all the prop bets for a particular game. So the first time we did it for the Knicks-Hawks home opener. Participants chose from a pool of about 60 statements, and you choose your 10 best statements. And each statement is ranked from 10 points to 9 to 8 to 7 to 6 to 5 to 4 to 3, 2, 1. All right? So you're going to pick your 10 statements that you feel are going to actually come through in the game. And the winner with the person with the highest point total, the person whose statements come true, is the winner. I know Above the Rim said he's a bit confused. For this game, we're going to play a statement game tomorrow. Okay, statement games tomorrow for the Boston game. So you guys are gonna have from now until tip off 7:30 tomorrow to get your statements in. So let's go through some of these statements, and I'll walk you guys through. If you have any questions, definitely call us up on the line.
Yeah. It's way easier when you see it than when you
much easier when you see it, man. But basically, if you haven't already, go to statementgames.com and set up an account. That's the first thing you should do. Okay? Tomorrow night's prize is a $10 gift card to the NBA store. All right? To those of you following me at home, I'm in the lobby. I'm in Statement Games. My account was made. Okay? You go in. Now here's the Knicks Boston game. Here go all the statements here on the left-hand side. It's about 60 statements. Okay? You're going to pick the 10 statements that you feel are going to actually come through. So, for example, if I think that the Celtics will be scoring under 110 points, which I don't, I'm going to put that on the other side as one of my statements. Now, if I feel like this has the best chance of happening, then I'm going to rank that as my 10-point statement. Okay? I'm going to rank that as my 10-point statement. Right now, it's in my 9-point statement. And so on and so forth. So I just picked my 10. Then you're going to pick your 9-point statement, your 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're going to come down and save. You're going to click save and make sure you lock in. And that's pretty much it. Once the highest point getter is going to win a $10 gift card to the NBA store. Yeah, you don't have to wait on the email. You don't have to wait on the link. Just go. This is a public game. You don't have to wait on the link anymore. We're not doing the links anymore because that was kind of confusing for some people. Go straight into the public game. You're going to see Boston versus Knicks on the NBA side. You go in, pick your 10 statements by 7:30 tip-off, and click save. You have to click save at that top right-hand side. And that's it. That's it. All right, Jay Ellis, you ready? Give me your 2 bold statements for Boston and New York tomorrow night, man.
Trey Burke under 6.5 assists.
Trey Burke under 6.5. Okay.
And Cantor over 12.5 rebounds.
Okay, Cantor's gonna have a battle on him, man. He's going up against Al Horford.
Yeah, I know.
All right. So you like Trey under 6 assists, and you like Cantor over 12 rebounds?
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna go with. We haven't really been a good 3-point shooting team. I'm going to go with Knicks under 35.5% 3-point shooting. Second of a back-to-back, I think we're going to come out lethargic. And I'm going to go with under 35.5% shooting from 3 points. And I'm going to go with... You know what? I thought Vonleh played well last night. Give me Noah Vonleh over 7.5 rebounds. Noah Vonleh over 7.5 rebounds. That's my bold statement. Okay. That's my bold statement. Under 35.5% from 3-point land for the Knicks. And I'm going Noah Vonleh over 7 rebounds. Over 7 rebounds, man. Over 7 rebounds. Those are bold statements. Like I said, you guys have until 7:30 p.m. tip-off. And, get your statements in, man, if you want to win. $10 gift certificate to the NBA store. And that is sponsored by Knicks Post Game Live, Knicks Fan TV, the Nick of Time Show, and Statement Games. $10 gift card to the NBA store. What'd you say?
You know what? I'm going to change mine up. Okay.
You going to change yours up?
I'm going to change my Enes Kanter one because it's a back-to-back, like you said. I'm going to say, and then we have Burke. I'm going to say Kyrie.
What's the Kyrie one?
Over 23.
Oh, you doubting Frank Ntilikina on the defense, bro?
I don't think Frank's going to be guarding him most of the night.
Okay. So you're going Kyrie over 23? Oof.
Yep.
It's going to be a long night, bro.
Yep.
It's going to be a long night, man. So basically how we're going to do it is this. How are we going to do the prizes? On the second night of every back-to-back this season, we're going to play for the $10 NBA store gift card. Now, there's going to be other nights where we're going to do more premium gifts. jerseys, hats, game tickets. Just stay tuned to the channel. We'll let you know. We're going to give you at least 1 day heads up for you to get your statements in. But for tomorrow night, the second game of a back-to-back, we're going to play for the $10 gift card to the NBA store. And once again, that's sponsored by Knicks Post Game Live, Knicks Fan TV, the Nick of Time Show, and Statement Games. Alex Collins says, what beer I'm drinking? Not sponsored, but it's Oktoberfest. I'm a seasonal guy, you know what I'm saying? I keep it with the seasons, you know? Fall is my favorite season, so I go with the Oktoberfest, pumpkin stout, all of that, man. Teddy, what's going on, Teddy? All right, JLs, let's go back to the phones before we wrap it up. Let's see who's on the line. All right, 908 back with us. What's going on?
Yo, what's going on, guys?
What's going on, man? Who's this?
Up, man?
You talking to Alex from Jersey.
Alex, what's going on, man? How you doing, bro?
What's going on? I mean, I don't want to reiterate a bunch of things that other callers have said.
Yeah.
But Frank Ntilikina, he's got to be starting at point guard. I mean, you got D'Lo and you got Karis LeVert dropping 15 and almost 30 respectively. I mean, come on. We got Trey Burke and THJ guarding these guys. They're good, like, offensive players, and I love them. But I can't trust them to guard these, you know, really good offensive guards.
I mean, in all fairness, I would have liked to have seen Frank guarding LeVert at the end of that last play. But in all fairness, LeVert was giving everybody the business, including Frank tonight. In the first quarter, they had Frank on him by and large, and LeVert was giving him the business. But I still would have rather close with Frank on him than Timmy. I want to go down with my best defender on their best offensive guy. Fizdale had to have known that LeVert was going to get the ball on that play.
Yeah. Another thing I want to talk about is something I noticed between, like, how hot THJ and Kevin Knox get sometimes.
Yeah.
It's interesting because they get hot in different ways. THJ, when he drives to the basket, then his shooting, when he drives the basket and, you know, converts, his shooting becomes really efficient.
True.
That's when he's a good player.
True.
Knox, it seems like it's the opposite way. You know, he starts shooting a little bit, he sees the ball go in, and then he gets more confidence at the rim.
Indeed. What's your take on that, JLs?
Nah, I completely agree. You kind of seen it today. But even the bunnies were still missing, but even in crunch time, he hit a couple of tough shots in traffic off the rebound. But yeah, I completely agree with him.
Yeah, indeed, man. And hey, listen, Timmy had another good one tonight, man. 29 points.
Yeah,
he's taking that leadership role on his shoulders.
He's playing like an all-star, man.
Hey, listen, me and Jay Ellis had this debate earlier this season at the open practice, and we also recorded an episode on who could potentially make the all-star team if there was a reserve spot open, and it's gonna be between Canner and Timmy. I think there's a realistic shot for them.
Yeah.
If they keep it up, there's definitely a realistic shot for them, man.
I will say this too about Timmy. One thing I really like that he's doing so far this year that I didn't like that he was doing earlier, his feet seem a lot more set.
Yes.
Even in preseason, he's always squared up when he's shooting the threes or the jumper. Even when they're quick shots, they don't look as crazy because he's actually squared to the hoop. So I don't know, the practices or the coaches are pointing it out, but I like that adjustment so far this season.
Indeed. Alex, appreciate
He's
the
definitely
call,
looking
man.
like more of a leader out there.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. And appreciate the call, Alex. Definitely call back next time. Let's go to 917. You're on the line. Is this Cody?
Yo, this Rich.
Rich, what up, Rich? How's it going, man?
What up? Everything's good. I got two questions that I want to ask you because I want to get your opinion on it. My number one question is, meaning Porzingis been hurt a couple of times already. If we don't get him back this year, do you still think he's that max player for us?
You want to go first, JLs?
If he doesn't come back, so we don't get to see him. He's been hurt twice already.
I mean, it's tough. I mean, that's one of those things where I kind of struggle with in my mind still. I don't think I want to risk losing him long term, though. But I still want to see some games from him. But I think I still might offer it to him, man. To be honest,
it's just cost of doing business, bro. That's how I see it, man. It's cost of doing business. Whether you think he is or not, they're gonna give it to him regardless. You know what I'm saying? It's just the cost of doing business. You're gonna give him the money now and hope he earns it later. That's just how it's gonna roll. You know what I mean? Whether or not we see him this year or not, he's a max player. They're gonna give it to him.
Yeah,
you have to. There's no other way. You're gonna lose him if not.
You just gotta hope that injuries are kind of behind him and see what he is. He's still kind of really young. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would give it to him too. I just wanted to know what y'all thought about it. And my next question is, would you rather have an 8 seed this year get bumped out of the first round or get a lottery pick?
Lottery.
Which one would you rather have
easily
as
lottery.
a Knicks fan?
Easily lottery. I don't care about the 8th pick. Sorry. Sorry, Jay Ellis. I don't.
Me neither.
I don't care about that. All that. Get the 8th seed to build that winning culture. To me, is the most overrated thing I've ever heard. We need talent. We need talent. Getting the 8th seed is not going to help us do anything. We need talent, bro.
I mean, I think it helps us look legit, though. I think that's what it really is. Like, if because there's two things you have to think about too. Like, you still have to have KP, keep him happy, and you still have to look attractive to free agents coming in. So if we have an 8th seed, if we're in there 8th seed, we got our young boys in there. Then other free agents next year looking at us like, maybe, I don't know, maybe I can come to this team.
Well, what is the 8th seed in the East really worth, though, Jay Ellis? 38 wins?
That's my point right there. That's my point right there.
8th seed in the East, though. Let's really be honest. How impressive is an 8th seed in the East? All that, make the playoffs. If Kevin Durant wants to come here, he's gonna come. He's going to come here because he's going to see the potential in Knox. He's going to see a lottery pick. He's going to see KP. He's going to see New York, whatever he wants to do, the business ventures that he has out here. His mind is already going to be made up. You know what I'm saying?
I still think you have to see the fruits of the labor, though, too. And like I said, you still got to keep KP happy. I mean, a year ago, people talking about KP being disgruntled and leaving and not showing that we are growing from year to year. Like, I don't think he wants to see us in a losing culture year after year after year either.
But if we don't have him, he's gonna have to understand that he's a big part of the production, right? And then get that check.
Yeah,
because we can't afford to lose him.
That's for sure. But no team in NBA history has won. I mean, not NBA history, not in the modern era anyway, with just one guy.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you're a bottom feeder, if it's like, okay, now I'm here, now we can get to mediocrity in the mediocrity in the East without me being here, then it's one thing. But now if you're mediocrity here and then you add me, then he's like, okay, well, you add me and another free agent, then it's a different story.
I just don't see it, man. Appreciate you, Rich. Appreciate the call, man. Definitely call back tomorrow.
All right. Thanks a lot, fellas.
All right, man. Be easy. The 8th, to me, is just irrelevant. The 8th. I mean, on the flip, because we continue to have this conversation. And it's an interesting conversation. People say that, okay, you can look at it in two ways. If we do make the 8th seed, it means that you got consistency from Timmy, from Canner, from Knox. Good contributions all season long. Because it's a battle, man. It's even making the 8th seed in the East, as we've seen, we haven't made it since, 2013. When the last time we made the playoffs? Even making it is tough. Even East or not, just making it is tough. So, yeah, you could look at it as if we do make it, it's an indication that our players are in the right direction and they're taking the advanced steps.
And considering that we're the youngest team in the NBA, that means the youngest team in the NBA who people say aren't that good, like a Jeff Van Gundy, are better than what you think they are.
I just don't think we need talent, man. Like I keep saying, man, we still trying to figure out who's the damn point guard on this team, man.
We gonna get talent, man. We gonna and Fizz. I got faith in this front office, man.
We still need talent, man. Don't get me wrong. I would love to, whether or not we make it and we go in and guess what, I would love to see us in the playoffs. And nothing like playoff basketball in New York just to even speak on. You know what I'm saying? But long term, this is still a talent league, and talent still wins in this league. Look at Philly. Look where Philly is right now. Now, they tanked, and they tanked hard. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? It's a different situation, but look where they are right now.
Yeah.
Look where they are right now. They got two foundational building blocks for their future in Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons, and all that losing didn't do nothing to the culture, because right now they're going to be looking at the second seed in the East, more than likely, or the third, depending on what Toronto looking like, because Kawhi looking like a beast out there. But they're there. Now they're in contention.
I mean, if you win in and you put the onus on the owners to pick the right players at lower positions, which isn't always the easiest, but I have confidence in our owners that we can do it and pick the right players. I mean, we got Trier out here, potential 6-man over here causing havoc. He hasn't even been drafted. We got Knox. Who knows what's coming in the future? We'll see what happens with our front office.
And that's through the draft, my guy. That's through the draft. Who would you rather have? The 15th pick in the draft, or top 10, top 5, or 5 through 10?
Yeah, I would. I mean, of course, I would rather 5 through 10, but they also, I mean, historically, there's been 7th, 8th, 9th picks that have been better than the first, second, and third.
Those are aberrations.
I mean, look at
aberrations, bro.
Look at Donovan Mitchell. Look at Tracy McGrady. Look at Kawhi Leonard. Look at those are
aberrations, Jay.
There's a list. I mean, there's not aberrations.
Those are aberrations, Jay Ellis.
There's picks that have been number 1 and 2 that have been bust for multiple years.
Jay Ellis, that is an aberration, man. Come on, bro. Jay Ellis.
I mean, come on, dude. There's been a lot. There's been a lot of good picks in that 7 to 9 range. That's not aberration. That's been.
Are they champions?
Huh?
Are they champions?
And it is mad. Number 1 picks being bust.
Jay Ellis,
1 and 2.
we've in the last 20 years of us watching basketball, there have been 5 people in the finals: LeBron, Kobe and Shaq, and Tim Duncan. Dominating. Tim Duncan was the number 1 pick. Shaquille O'Neal was the number 1 pick. LeBron James was the number 1 pick. I think Kobe might have been about 9. But I mean, listen, LeBron James, this is a talent league. The cream is at the top, man. The cream is at the top. It does matter where you pick. Yes, it does matter who you pick, but it does matter where you pick. It does.
Yeah, it does. You got to pick it right, too. The number 1 pick is not always the best either.
It's not always the best. I didn't say that. But I'm saying that this league has been dominated by those guys, though. And that you can't argue. Tim Duncan built the Spurs along with David Robinson. That was, along with David Robinson. But Tim Duncan built that Spurs team to be a dynasty. It was all built around Timmy, bro.
I understand that, but I'm just saying there's been big names that's been picked after the 1. I'm just saying.
I feel you.
There's what's the name is fighting for his life. He's picked number 2.
Who that?
By the damn by Philly.
Who are you talking about? Fultz.
Not even Fultz. Not Fultz. Not Fultz. I can't remember his damn name. That the Nets picked him up last season. Big man.
Oh, you're talking about Jahlil Okafor.
Yeah, Jahlil Okafor.
Yeah, but that's because the Nets front office is trash. I think James from Flatbush would agree. The Nets fan in here.
That's one thing to say the Nets front office is trash, but it wasn't just the Nets though. He was
yes,
the top
I agree. In all fairness,
let's not act like the Nets were the only one thinking.
In all fairness, he was highly touted. And in that draft, it looked like between Towns and Porzingis who were the
Porzingis wasn't even on the radar.
So,
and more than often, Porzingis probably been picked lower. If the Knicks didn't pick him,
you never know. You never know, man. I mean, listen. I think there are valid points to be made for both sides of the argument. I just think when it comes to winning chips, and I read this somewhere too, man. The top 5 picks typically have higher win shares than the rest of the lottery. You be the judge, man. You be the judge. And like I say, if you look at Kevin Durant's last 2 finals performances, those were the equalizers in Golden State winning over LeBron. Because
Golden
I still
State was
think
winning before, man.
What happened when you think if they had KD and they was up 3-1 that they would have let the Cavs come back and beat them? And everybody making excuses because they didn't have Draymond Green for 1 game? Come on, bro.
Come on, bro. Like Golden State won right before they got there.
They won one. They won that one, but I'm not so sure they would have all three without him. I'm not so sure.
I'm not so sure they wouldn't either.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's no way to tell, really, right?
They still have J.R. Smith on the team, man.
It's no way to tell, but Kevin Durant's Finals MVP performances were remarkable, JLs, and to me, he was the difference maker in them beating LeBron, because you know how LeBron can turn up and just kill a game by himself. In that first series, that first matchup, bro, he led both teams in all statistical categories.
He could have did that on OKC with Russell Westbrook, but it doesn't make a difference to me. To me, Golden State was winning if he was there or not. To be honest with you, it just made it even easier for him to go support Golden State.
It did just make it even easier. It's interesting, man. It's interesting. I just want us to draft. We need game changes, man. That's the word, bro. We need game changes, man. We need game changes. And Mike Hawk says, is Parker trash? No, Tony Parker wasn't trash. But I say that to say Tim Duncan was a generational talent. He was a beast. One of the best power forwards to ever play the game. Those are the type of guys that you need to get lucky in drafting. But most of the time, those guys are at the top. That's my point. Those guys at the top, those are legendary players, man. To win in the finals, you have to win series. You have to win 4 series. 4. And to do that, you need killers, man. Yeah, every once in a while, you're going to get your aberrations. You're going to get that Detroit team, right? That Detroit basketball team that they went to back-to-back finals. They beat the Lakers. They were a well-oiled machine. Great defensive team, right? And they beat the Lakers that year, ended up losing to the Spurs. I like that team, but that team, they didn't have that longevity. You have the longevity when you have those impact players, those stars. That's my whole point.
I still think you can do it the other way around.
I'm not so sure. It's a balance, right? It's not just draft. You still need to. Because
it's like even though you naming like 3 guys, like 3 guys who who are generational talents. You acting like those are what they are. They're talents for that generation. You don't really see those type of guys every year in the draft either. You see them every 5 or 6 years.
Right. But those same guys, those same 5 guys that I gave you, held down the league for 20 years.
Right, but it's like that's not always number 1 pick, man. Kenny Martin was number 1 pick one year.
I know. But what I'm trying to say is they won the bulk of the championships. They won the bulk of the championships, JLs. How many did Tim Duncan get? 4? 4? How many?
He had a squad too.
LeBron was in 8 finals, bro. 8 straight. There was some craziness. I don't know.
Look what LeBron had. He had to it's not even just that. He has to have the right situation, the right
to
team.
be right.
LeBron had to form a super team somewhere else because his organization wasn't.
And what did they do? They went straight to it.
So you have to be able to. Why did he even go to Miami? Because Miami culture was right in the first place to bring people over there.
Right.
No one was even talking to the Knicks. The Knicks had all the damn money and none of the culture, and they looked at us. It was like we were a joke.
Nah, because this guy Pat the Rat, and we got 2 calls on the line. We're gonna get to him. 740-325. That's because this guy Pat the Rat somehow figured out a way to gut the whole damn team, including Michael Beasley, who they just drafted. And C started from scratch. We didn't have the smarts to do that.
I'm just saying, it's like you act like I understand. It's like there's a whole host of number 1 and 2 picks.
Yeah.
Who are just kind of like Kwame Brown, for example.
Yes. Oluwaseyi, trash. Oluwaseyi, yes.
It's like that doesn't guarantee you.
No, it doesn't.
Anything. You have to know what you're doing. You have to know what to pick. And like it's like a little bit of luck. It's like basketball knowledge and luck to get those things to happen, man.
It's a lot of luck. NBA, I continue to say, NBA is the hardest sport in all sports to win a championship. Ever, period. Because you have to have that guy, man. Or those couple of guys.
Yeah, man. It's
You know what I mean? You have to have those couple of guys. Like,
I still feel like we don't have to have the exact number 1 pick. We just have to pick the right guys and have the right system, and we can, like, it's because it's not guaranteed. It's still a gamble.
It's a gamble. Baseball, you can go from 0 worst to first. Football, you could go from worst to first quickly.
Yeah, I feel like we are in New York. We have the draw of being in New York. If we're a halfway competent team with a halfway competent coach and a good GM, I feel like we can do some things. We can draft well, attract free agents here, and build a culture that way, and we'll be fine. Like I honestly feel that way.
I gave you this example the other night. It's Wizards with John Wall, rumored to be on the trading block. Why? Because they're not going nowhere, Jay Ellis. The Mike Woodson Hawks, they were a perennial 4th, 5th seed in the East and could never move the needle even with a deep team because they didn't have that guy. Joe Johnson wasn't that guy. ISO Joe, that he wasn't that guy. They had Joe Johnson. They had Josh Smith. They had all these dudes. Jeff Teague, right? You got to bottom out. You got to bottom out, man.
It's different, man. It's different in New York, man. It's different in New York.
Every year we're going into this, and it's a one-team race. It's Golden
different.
State's to win.
It's different in New York, yo. You have I feel like the draw of New York is like an extra player. Like if we get things to be at a competent level, then we can bring guys here with us. Like if you're looking at Portland, I feel like Damian Lillard is a talent. He's one of the top point guards in this NBA right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody wants to go to Portland. He's been there killing it year after year after year after year. Tell me if Damian Lillard comes to New York with KP and Fizz, people ain't going to come here.
Of course. But is that going to be enough? We don't know. Of course. I'm dropping dimes all day. Bring him over here all day long. Forget the point guards we have right now. Damian Lillard is available. Bring him here. I'm signing him. I don't care what the cost is. Bring Damian Lillard here.
That's what I'm saying. Like the top 5 picks is cool. I understand the lower top 5 pick is still a hit and a miss. It's better. It's just like if you have the personnel on your squad to plug in people and keep it moving, then you're good. Like Tim Hardaway, like you said, Timmy was good for the Spurs for a long time, but the Spurs also knew how to draft. They knew how to bring people up.
They drafted and developed well, yes.
Draft and develop, and they had a system in place for year after year after year. You put Tim Duncan on some trash-ass team, you put Tim Duncan in Toronto, that's not happening.
I don't know. I'm not sure. We don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Mike Hawk says baseball is the hardest. Look at Boston Red Sox. They in the World Series right now. A couple years ago, they wasn't even in the playoffs. I'm telling you, man.
I'm just looking at the top 5. I'm gonna go through these top 5 picks for all the drafts in the NBA.
You can.
Dwight Howard's the number 1 pick. I'm going. No, how's he doing?
He went to a finals. He went to one in his prime.
Did he win?
No, he didn't. Because Kobe was a beast.
Mecca Okafor is number 2. How's he doing? Ben Gordon, how's he doing? Sean Livingston's number 4. How's he doing?
Who?
Sean Livingston.
Oh, nah, he's
Evan Harris, no way. Josh Childress.
Yeah, those are terrible drafts, though. Those are terrible drafts, man. I mean, you're going on the assumption that every draft has equal value and talent. Obviously, that's not the case, right? Some drafts are way better than others. The LeBron draft is one of the greatest ever. The 9-6 draft with Ray Allen, Steve Nash, Kobe, Marbury, like all that was crazy talent. You know what I'm saying? That was crazy talent.
You got to pick right. You have to pick right. It's luck. It's a bunch of other things. Man.
It's luck.
Just that the top pick is not a guarantee. The top 5 pick isn't guaranteed. There's plenty of people who've been top 5, top 6 picks hasn't worked out. Is not even in the league anymore.
It's true.
Yeah.
Ace saying Tim Duncan would have never won in Toronto. How we know? We don't know the people he would have put with him.
Dude, the system they're gonna have the Rosen like an all-star.
Yo, 740, what's going on, man?
Yo, what's up, CP? JO, what's this
what up, man?
PC from Ohio.
Okay, what's going on, man?
No, I was just listening to your guys' little conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree with you guys on a couple things, but from what I see in the NBA right now, I see that the large market teams are starting to come back into play. This is the Golden State era right now, similar to the Bulls era, where one team's kind of sit at the top. It's just automatic win. There is no competition to compete with these guys. They're not going to break up unless they get into some kind of like financial crisis or something like that. But as of right now, we're just going to have to wait it out. be in talent acquisition mode and just wait for opportunities to arise, man.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Appreciate the phone call, man. Definitely call back whenever you get a chance, man. Thanks for supporting us.
Yep. Good show.
All right, man. Thanks again. Yo, it's an interesting debate, man. It's an interesting debate. You know what I'm saying? There's so many ways to skin the cat. Luck has a lot to do with it. Alex Collins says you can pick the sleeper with the first pick if you scout properly. Simply put, the first pick is more valuable asset than the 16th pick. If you want, you could always move down in the draft as well. Basketball, you don't really see them doing that much. Danny Ainge sometimes does it, and it depends on the draft. But yeah, I know we're not saying it's a guarantee. Just because you have a top 3 pick, you're gonna do much. Like I said, you still have to be the right pool of players, and from that right pool of players, you gotta pick the right guy.
Yeah, that's a fact. Right pool player is the right guy.
You know what I'm saying? It's interesting, man. It's definitely interesting.
It is interesting. We'll see. We will see.
Stephen Week says we need assets like Boston to have a chance to build a contender. Great picks, trades, free agents. Rather draft someone than pay 29-year-old Kemba. Yo, listen, he has a good point there, and Danny Ainge should be the executive of the decade because he's still sitting on a bevy of assets that he can use at his disposal to continue to build. I think they're still in the lottery. They still got a lottery.
Brooklyn for that.
Yeah, thank Brooklyn for that. James from Flatbush, man. Thank you, squad. Let's go to 325. Your last call of the night. What's going on, man?
Yo, what's up? It's Luke again, and I was just thinking, I was like, this free agency period, I feel like we're about to land someone, and I think in the next 2 years, New York's going to be back on top for basketball. Just tell me what y'all think. I don't think we need to go through a whole draft rebuild and get a prospect soon. I think we got a pretty good draft from this year, and I feel like we just need to sign one of those big free agents and then see where we go from there.
I think it all depends on how, like, Knox and KP and Frank and all. It depends on the core that we have now and how their development goes. We don't know. They have potential, but we don't know.
Exactly.
True.
You know, look at the Milwaukee Bucks. Look at all the assets that they have right now with Giannis and them. Don't mean they're going anywhere.
True.
Yeah, man. All right, Luke, take it easy, man.
Yeah, shout out to my chat for mentioning Curry, too.
Yeah, Luke, make sure. Oh, Luke, drop. Wait, what'd you say, JLs?
Shout out to my chat for mentioning Curry.
Steph Curry?
Yeah, we missed Curry by 1 pick.
We did miss Curry by 1 pick.
Championship. He wasn't top 4. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Alex says Sixers or Celtics are getting Kings' first-round pick this year, and the Kings are trash. But on the flip side, do you think that Steph Curry wasn't a top pick because of his size and because of his injury history and maybe teams were doubting him of what he could really be.
That's exactly
what it was. Maybe teams were doubting that he could replicate the success that he had in Davidson when he was beasting and had that great Cinderella tournament run, in the NBA. Maybe they didn't see that longevity for him.
No, that's exactly what it was. That's why it's drafting well and recognizing talent and how it fits with your team and your squad, which your philosophies are. That's why it's exactly what it is.
Facts. Yeah, it's tough, man. Bottom line, we need a championship. Bottom line, we need a damn championship, man. Oh, man.
Exactly.
Boy, oh, boy. Patrick Ewing.
We ended up getting...
John Starks in the background. That Starks dunk, man. I can't keep pointing to that as the crowning achievement of my lifetime for Knicks.
I mean, we got the Traer dunk now.
Yeah, I might have to replace that. Maybe that ISO Zo dunk.
Exactly, the ISO Zo dunk.
Maybe the ISO Zo dunk was it, man. Maybe that was the pick that we were waiting for all this time.
Exactly.
Safadon said they said Curry was too small. Yeah, it's just interesting, man. It's just a very interesting thing.
At least we ended up with Jordan Hill that year.
Yeah, at least we ended up with Jordan Hill. Golly, man. Jordan Hill, boy.
Oh my God.
Jordan Hill. Where Gallinari at? What's up with Danilo? Is Danilo still doing anything? Where's the Roost at these days?
I don't know. He's injured every year.
Yeah, Danilo was injured. Where we got Danilo? 6th? 8th?
Yeah, I feel like Danilo could have been something. Well, not right now. I guess he's more of like a better Mario, right?
Where's Shumpert? What's Shumpert doing? Shumpert about to be out the league in a little while. Shumpert don't have no longevity.
I feel like a lot of these dudes had inconsistent careers have been like that because of injury.
Our last good draft pick was probably David Lee.
David Lee? What
do you think? Before KP. What was our last good draft pick before KP? I think it was David Lee.
Damn. Yeah, that whole era was like the Lee, Fry.
Oh, Channing Frye sucked. He sucked, man.
No, you know what? He had like a little resurgence with the Phoenix Suns for like a year.
Yeah, for a little bit. Yeah.
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 But I always think of Lee, Fry, and Nate together. You know?
Yeah. That was our little young core, man.
Yeah, that was our young core together. You might be right.
But yeah, I think David Lee was probably our best
because he was
pick.
he was like an all-star. He went to the Golden State afterwards.
People saying Ariza, but Ariza wasn't here that long though. David Lee was a double machine.
Yeah, he actually made the All-Stars.
Yeah, he made All-Stars and Nick. Wilson Chandler never panned out. He never got better.
Yeah, he was like pretty injuries to him too. Every year injured. I think he might be injured now.
People saying it was Trevor, yeah, but Trevor didn't realize his full potential as an NBA player until he left the Knicks. Surprise.
Trevor's one of those guys, man. When you talk about waiting for it to develop, he didn't really pop till like year 6, 7, yo.
Yeah,
he took a minute.
Definitely.
He took a minute, and then he had that run with the Lakers, and everybody's like, "Oh wow, Trevor!" Like, yeah, he took a while to develop.
Yeah, Ariza. We didn't even know the name because we got rid of him. Thank you. Who was that? Scott Layden, who made that stupid move.
Yeah, thanks, guy.
Yeah,
Dotson,
free Dot. Dotson can't even get playing time, man.
Oh man,
free Dot.
Ariza was 2004. Hold on. Yeah, Ariza was 2004. David Lee 2005.
Joe Curry said Andy Routen, Landry Fields. Remember when Landry Fields was like the hottest thing smoking in New York, bro?
Yo, Landry Fields was that was kind of like our less athletic Dotson back in the day, son.
Bro, Landry Fields, man.
Because Landry Fields was like that guy who could get you those rebounds and shoot you three.
Mm-hmm.
That was like kind of like how, it's our left athletic Dotson. And
Landry Fields, man.
And him and Jeremy Lin had like a prayer circle going.
Bro, this is how trash we been, man. I remember, everybody in New York was a Landry. Landry Fields is the truth. Landry Fields.
Yeah.
Jesus,
to answer your question, it's still possible. Could be Tim Hardaway Jr. depending on how this next few years.
Okay. Because Tim, yeah. I keep forgetting now. Tim.
Yeah, we drafted him. We drafted him.
Oh my God, man.
The verdict is still out, but
yeah. Nick said, "Why are we reminiscing?" We at the end of the show, Nick. Man, we exhausted all our topics, and we kind of just got ran into tangents. But I think that's a good segue to wrap up. Anyway, JL, salute to Nick. We give everybody their weekend back. So, couple things. Tomorrow night we'll be back. Knicks Celtics. We'll be back for Knicks Celtics. Statement games. Remember, sign up statementgames.com. Don't worry about any emails or anything. Just play the game. If you want your shot to win a $10 gift card to the NBA store, anybody can play, whether you're international, local, whatever the case may be. Sign up. Play the game. Boston against the Knicks. Pick your 10 statements and hit that save button. And by tomorrow night, we'll announce the winners. There will be multiple winners, so because each lobby winner will get a gift certificate. So definitely play that. And thanks for everybody for coming out. Jay Ellis, let me hit the music, and we can sign out, man.
All
right. Jay Ellis, on you, man.
Yep, so as always, subscribe to the channel. YouTube.com/The Nick of Time Show. Podcast dropped a few days ago. You can listen to that.
Tony Douglas sucked. Go ahead, JLs.
He was amazing. Anyway.
What's the chat name? We gotta go to the chat name.
Oh, the chat name.
Hold on, man. We gotta go to the chat name. All right, here we go. The chat. Oh man, hold on. Let me figure out what the chat name is right now. Let's see.
No one voted on my side. No one wanted to vote on my side.
No one voted? Let's see. Let's see if we got some votes over here.
That little eye in the right corner.
The chat name. And make sure you, everybody subscribe to the channel. Give us a thumbs up, please, on the video.
Yeah.
And it would go a long way. Knicks Nation. Knicks Nation edges out Knicks Capital for the chat name, JLs.
Wow. Went from Old Faithful.
Welcome to Knicks Nation will be the new tagline. Salute to everybody that voted. Knicks Nation edges out Knicks Capital by 41% to 31%. Bench Mob, I thought Bench Mob was a good one. Bench Mob didn't do too well. Bench Mob didn't do too well, man. But and Chad, maybe we'll do Knicks Nation versus Chatterson Square Garden tomorrow night for all the marbles. For all the marbles, man. For all the marbles. But let me go to myself and sign out. JL, you done signing out?
Oh yeah. So
Oh yeah, back to you. All right.
Yeah. Check the podcast on YouTube right now. Watch me predict the starting five before anybody even predicted it, because I am Jay Ellis. Anyway, and that's what I do.
Yeah.
Also check the SoundCloud too. If you want to listen to the podcast earlier, go to my SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/NickOfTimeShow. Also got articles on the NickOfTimeShow.com. We out here. And you know what too? You know, if you wanna help me out, you got a talent, you're a writer, you're creative, you're a designer, hit me up. There's links, see what we can do together. And also got the merch.
Yeah, show them the merch.
Yeah, take that for that.
Okay.
All right.
There we go. You already got the backpack full, I see.
Oh yeah. It's in effect. I actually use it. Hold on.
Oh, we got shirts too. Let's go. There we go.
Your link to the merch is in the bio.
Link to the merch is in the bio, man. JLs, I'll check you tomorrow, my dude. Yo, man, everybody. Appreciate everybody for coming out tonight. It was a tough loss. Hopefully we bounce back tomorrow. Cross your fingers. We got Boston. Tough matchup. Where you can find me, CP, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. You already know, Knicks Fan TV, all the way across the board. I'm on all those platforms talking Knicks. Make sure you link up with me wherever you at, man. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Always there, always talking Knicks with you guys. So once again, let's go to the chat. Knicks Nation, are we gonna call it? Salute to everybody at Knicks Nation. Paul Cooper, Above the Rim, the shooter. Jay Ellis, what you got on your end?
So my same guys here is Rich Jim, James the Flatbush. He's holding down the Brooklyn Nets, so he's still here chilling.
All right.
3-0.
Chris Dada, peace. Joe Curry, peace. SS Television, Alex, get some sleep. Ace Bez, check you tomorrow, man. D Grant.
Yep.
Big,
Young Simba. Yep.
Yeah, Big J Biz, everybody on Periscope. We see your comments. Leave some comments on Periscope. We'll see them. We'll get back to them. And Ro Hamilton, appreciate you. Staffordon, appreciate you, brethren. Mike Hawks, good talk tonight. And man, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Great show as usual. Jay Ellis. Check you guys tomorrow, man. Knicks Boston, statement games winners. Who wants to win $10 gift certificate from the NBA store? Play statement games. Peace.